So, hello, thanks for joining me again. Yesterday I created a very basic how to control a sprite in Scratch using a forever loop checking if keys are pressed. I also created a custom block called walk, and we passed a parameter called speed. Speed's a variable, something that can change, and you can refer to that. So from here we had walk in 0.2, so it goes across to walk, speed then becomes 0.2, changes the costume of the character, waits for speed seconds, so it waits for 0.2 seconds. Now I was thinking yesterday when I closed this down, there's a lot of repetition in here, slight differences in point and direction when your right arrow is pressed, point and direction of 90, move 4 steps, walk 0.2. When the left arrow is pressed, point and direction minus 90, and still move 4 steps and walk 2. Up arrow, point and direction 0, move 4. So as you can see, there's a lot of repetition there, and we're calling walk. So I thought it might be quite handy to edit our walk block and pass some more parameters to show how many things you can pass to a custom block. So that's what we'll be doing in this lesson today. So if I go back to my blocks, and there's walk with 1 space waiting for speed. You can actually right mouse click on a block and say edit. Okay, then I'm going to add another input block, boop, and I'll put in dir, which is shorthand for direction. And then I'll put in jump. So we could call that how far it will move. Or I'll tell you what, we'll call it MOV, move. Okay, and we'll say OK to that. So our custom block is now changed. As you can see, speed, direction, movement. So if we go back to if the right arrow is pressed, then point in direction 90. I tell you what, I'll pull this out and put walk back in there. Okay, and then we'll put this up to here. And we'll say point in direction, and I'll put dir in there, and then we're going to move 4 steps, but let's put move mov. Okay, so we now have these parameters or variables, things that change, as values inside the blocks that we just pulled out of here. So if we had point in direction and it was 90, and then jump 4 blocks, okay, move this one at the top. Now we don't have to pull these over here because they're already in there, so let's get rid of those. It was minus 90 and 4, so minus 90 and 4. Again, push this one up. Point in direction 0, move 4 steps. So put that as 0 and put 4 steps in there. Same for here, push that up there. It says 180 and 4. Pull that out of the way. Let's put 180 in there and 4. Super neat, nice and condensed. Let's run it, see if it still works. Doop, 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 doop. So that's the right key, left key, up key, and down key. Still working. It's a beauty. So that we edited a custom block, we added more parameters. We're passing dir, which is shorthand for direction, and it's movement, so how many blocks it can actually move. As you'll see, if you actually change these numbers, let's put a weird number in there, 70, and let's put 10 in there. So when the right arrow is pressed, it's going to point in 70 degrees. We still have a left to right though. Yep, it's starting to go up a little bit, because he's not pointing in 90 degrees, he's pointing at 70 degrees. Put 90 back there. Press the green flag again. Backwards and forwards. So that's editing a custom block in passing new parameters. And I think the next lesson I'll do is create a variable for the speed, the distance that the cat will walk. If you turn it into a variable, I think we could then add power-ups which could speed up your walking or slow down your walking, adding more game elements to it. So until next time, thanks for watching. Hope these are helping. Comment below, ask, request for things. See you soon. Bye.